Hi guys and welcome to All Creator Tools. I am your host Colsey and today I will be showing you a tool called TriggerFyre. Now TriggerFyre, very cool little tool, and I'm going to show you today how to use it, how to set it up, and what exactly you could use it for. Here we are on TriggerFyre. I've logged in, I've done some preparation so I can show you guys what we can do here. So the idea of TriggerFyre is that basically you can add extra triggers to your Twitch stream. These can be images, videos, sounds, even OBS changes. And I will go through all of those, show you how to set them up and how they can be used. Effectively, you're setting up new triggers that people can type into chat to make these things happen. Pop up these images, play these sound effects, play these videos, or alter your OBS. Right, we'll start off with images. You can see I have a couple of images I have selected and uploaded. Now you can see that the names of them here, these are the commands. So these are the things that people will type into chat. So you need to type, for example, for the replay little GIF that I have here, ! replay. And you can set the user level. So this is who has access to this. I have just left this everyone just for ease of showing you. But you can see here that you can set it to any of these number of things here. You can also set these as channel rewards. So you can add the name of the custom Twitch reward to link it to a trigger. So you can have these triggers not only linked as in something you can type in chat, but you can have them as actual channel rewards on your Twitch channel. We have the user cooldown, so how often a user can do this. So the default I've just left as the default, but it is set to 60 seconds. The global cooldown is how often the trigger can be played in general. You can also attach a sound to these images if you would like. And then you select your image. So selecting an image, this is how you do it. You upload your file, depending on, you know, whether you're uploading an image or a sound effect or a video. This is where you upload to. And then once these are uploaded, you can select them. So you can see here that I have uploaded these two for this, and for video, I have this, and for sound effect, I have this. Now, these are just the basic settings. There are more advanced settings you can do on each of these, whether it's videos, images, sounds, etc. So you can have command keywords, you can have command aliases, which are alternative names that can be used, permitted users, so you could have this specifically only for certain users that you want to use this specific trigger for. A lot of additions you can do here. There's a trigger limit here, so instead of it being like, you know, every 60 seconds is the cooldown, you can have it like, we're only allowed to do this 5 times per stream or something like that. There's a lot that you can do. I've kept it very, very basic just to show you guys, just using the initial settings that they're using and uploading, and I haven't messed with any of the advanced tools. Feel free to mess around with those because that can really help you dial in specifically these special little features that you're adding to your stream. You can change the size of the image and how long it is, whether it's infinite, the position, you can have it a random position. Again, these are things to play around with, and I've played around with a little bit with these to try and get it looking nice so that I can show you, but it's completely up to you. It is a stylistic choice what you do with it. We'll move on to videos. Again, pretty much the same. You have the command name, you have video, you can select the volume on a video. That is an extra feature that wasn't on the last one because we didn't use volume, it was just picture. Again, cooldown's the same, user level is the same, and position wise is the same, size is the same. So again, you just alter these to fit what you need. Onto sounds, we can see here that we have just the volume level. That's the only thing we have control of here because it's just audio. And again, advanced is exactly the same as it was before with all the different settings that you can change. The OBS trigger setting is a bit of a different one. So in order to use the OBS settings, you're going to need to connect TriggerFyre to your OBS. Now, this was a little bit, tiny bit more complicated than just I've signed in with my Twitch account and these things all work. So in order to do this, what you have to do is you have to go into your tools and your OBS, go into tools, go down to WebSocket server settings. Make sure you enable WebSocket server. Take note of your server port. Generate a password. You need your password, you need your server port, you need to make sure it's enabled. So when you come onto this page, mine automatically said localhost 4444, which is not what it was set to in OBS when I enabled that. So I had to make sure that the port number in OBS that we just looked at is that number at the end of that, and then your password is the password that is generated by that. So you put those two things in, you have your OBS open, you put those two things in, you click connect, and it should connect. Pretty simple, but it might be something that you haven't messed around with before, so be sure to check that and make sure that setting is enabled in OBS. Once you have done that, you can do some OBS triggers, which I think is actually really cool because like playing sounds and videos and images, that's cool. That's kind of standard stuff, right? It's kind of standard. So OBS triggers are something different. Again, settings are pretty much exactly the same here as everything else. You pick a command name and you set your user level and the cooldown, but the action that you can do is how it interacts with your OBS. You can have your viewers switch your scene, which I think is really strange but funny. I like the idea of that. There's a lot that could be done. You can see that because I'm recording, I'm not on my streaming setup in OBS. I only have the one scene, which is my recording scene. But for example, you could have the source. So I could have, I could have it turn off my camera or turn off my game capture or whatever. You could even change the filters. That's crazy. Now, this is probably something that you want to dial down. You probably don't want people changing your scene every 30 seconds or whatever. But for a channel reward, I think that might be really fun to just switch your scene from, I don't know, playing game to switching back to your face cam with redeeming some of your channel points. I think that would be really fun. And don't worry, because it's not going to switch it permanently. They're not just messing with you so that you have to change your scene back. You can set it to hold that scene for only a certain amount of time here. So it can switch to your face cam for like 10 seconds and then it'll switch back to whatever you were on before. I think that's a really fun idea. I really like that. So that's a really cool thing you can do with OBS triggers. So the last setting that we have here is groups. So groups here is kind of a mixture of everything we've just done, right? You can do kind of everything you've just done. So for example, my group that I've set up here, I've called random. And basically I've randomly selected 3 of my triggers that I've set up so far. So my sound, my video, and one of my images. And you get to select the chance of those things coming up. So when somebody puts this trigger into chat and it has a whatever chance you set of playing each of these individual things. And I think that's really cool because you could have like a super rare thing that only pops up like 1% of the time, which I think is really, really cool. So that's the way I've set this up, but you can do it for multi, so it can play all of them. So it's like absolutely whatever you've put in that group will play together. Obviously you can delay them so they don't all play over each other at the same time. But I really like the random one. That's my personal favorite. And look, I've even left 1%. So there's a 1% chance that nothing happens. I think that's really cool. I think that's a really cool addition you can add to your stream. Now, I will show you how you can add this into OBS so that you can get this working. So back in OBS, now this is very simple. All you need to do to add this is you go down here, you press the plus, you add a browser source, name it whatever you want, and then you paste in the URL, which you can get from the website. If you go back onto your TriggerFyre, if you go down here, there's a little icon down here, there's a little link. You click that and you copy the link and you copy that into a browser source in OBS. It's done. That's how it works. Same way you add a lot of other overlays and stuff into OBS. I think this will be a good time to show you how some of these things work. So I'm over in my Twitch dashboard just so I can test this out. So if I put !Colsey, a little me pops up. A little me pops up on the screen. How cool is that? So if I do !duck, now this is the audio, it plays a duck noise. I can do !replay. This is my little GIF image. There you go. Little GIFs popped up on the screen. And we'll do !eternity. And it should play the little one eternity later. There we go. Just some little examples there to show you how it works. And if we do random, now the likelihood if we do random is we're going to get duck again because there's like a 79% chance of duck. And we did get duck. We'll try random again. Still duck. Random again. Oh, I got the 1% nothing. I didn't even think of that. I thought, oh no, it's broken. We got... Well, we did get the rare one, I guess. We got the 1% nothing. There we go. That's TriggerFyre. I think that's a super useful tool. It is completely free for you to use. There is a storage limit that you have. So you can see that there is a 500 megabyte limit. But in all honesty, if you're using images and short videos and stuff, it'll take you a while to fill that up. Hope you guys have found this useful. Hope you really enjoyed it. Please do remember to like and comment and subscribe if you did like this video. Really helps us out a lot here over All Creator Tools, and we would love to bring you more tools in future. So thank you guys for watching, and remember to always have fun creating.